You have to fall in love the minute that you see him. And that was important to me. So designing him, animating him, getting him to feel right, the right proportions and the right characters in every shot, it was the biggest challenge.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary. You think, well, at least he's not in a china shop. Oh no.
I grew up in Brazil, so I was familiar with the short, but not the book. But then when I moved to the US, after having children and all that, I read the books for them. And, this is 20 years ago or so. I go back to the book. And then 7 years ago, like the possibility of making a movie about Ferdinand came back. And I got reacquainted with the book. And then I was always loved the story. And I said, well, this could be good. And that's when I started to get more into the idea of making the long format. But I knew it was going to be a challenge, though, because, the book is very small, very simple. So how can I keep that simplicity and that care because everybody loves the book. I didn't want to take away that. So I want to keep that love, but how can I make it into a bigger feature? And that's when things start to happen.
I am not a fighting bull. Can you guys help me out?
This is the beautiful horsey side, and that is the stinky bull side. Have a nice day smelling terrible. Hi, Hufklaus. Hi, Hufgretter.
Different from my previous movies like Rio, like that I had a lot of music. It was almost like a music itself, like Ferdinand was not. But I wanted to do an element of music in it. And I tried to play them in very specific areas and areas that I needed something to kind of like to complete the story that I was trying to tell. And one of them was when he's growing up, that I thought that I needed a theme song for Ferdinand. And then I got Nick Jonas to come in and write some songs for us. And then he wrote a beautiful song to show how comfortable he is with himself and how he grows up. But then we do a fun one that's more of a fun dance song that he has to face off with, like a dance off with the neighbors' horses that are like they're proud of their dancing and they judge the bulls for not being dancers. And then there's a moment that the bulls got together and they try to face off with the horses.
I'm getting out of this place and I'm not leaving anyone behind.
Best plan ever!
Just do exactly what we do.
I think it's the simplicity of the message, the power of that simplicity, the simple message that he carries. Like, be true to who you are, like it just, and maybe that's the only fight worth fighting for. And you don't have to fight using violence. You fight by being kind. You fight by being tolerant. You fight by being like accepting of the others. And I think through example, this character can do much more. And I think that that's what I wanted to kind of like expand from the book a little bit more. And that's why I felt when I read the book that, there's more story to be told within such a powerful and iconic character.